think just the opportunity to be that number one team. And it's really cool what's going on in Canada with Canadian baseball and giving all these academies to have the chance to be the number one team.
Welcome to episode 396 of Alberta Dugout Stories, a podcast. I'm Joe McFarland. It's been a really busy couple of weeks, hasn't it? Including the road to Okotoks qualifiers. We'll recap those and chat with a quartet of players from those who punched their tickets to the main event in July in just a few minutes. But let's get all caught up in the news, which we haven't really done a news portion of the show in a while now. So we'll start things off with some big news as Dogs Academy and Okotoks Dogs alum Matt Wilkinson is getting so close to getting called up to the majors. In case you somehow missed it, Tugboat was traded about a month ago from Cleveland to San Francisco in the Patrick Bailey deal. He's since made 3 starts for the Richmond Flying Squirrels, going 2-0 with a 2.40 ERA and 13 strikeouts. His last was a 7-inning gem where he allowed just 1 hit and 1 walk while striking out 3. That earned him not only a Minor League Player of the Week award, but also a promotion to the AAA Sacramento River Cats. He made his first appearance there on Wednesday, and unfortunately it didn't go as well as we're used to hearing. He allowed 2 runs on a hit and 4 walks while striking out 2 in an inning and a third. We're sure he'll bounce back before too long. Elsewhere in the bigs, after 8 scoreless outings, Vauxhall Academy grad Adam Mako was touched up a bit on Wednesday. He allowed a 3-run home run to Aussie Albies as the Jays fell 7-3 to Atlanta. The Stony Plain and Parkland Twins product is 1-0 with a 2.08 ERA and 6 strikeouts in those 9 appearances. Edmonton's Eric Sabrowski has landed on the 15-day IL with left elbow inflammation. The Cleveland Guardians hurler has been pacing the bigs and holds with 17 to go along with a 2-1 record, 1.71 ERA, and 39 strikeouts in 25 outings. Sabrowski says it's not a major injury, which is good news, and he should be back fairly soon. Calgary's Michael Soroka was tagged with just his 3rd loss of the season on Tuesday in a 6-5 setback to the Dodgers. The Arizona Diamondback starter allowed 4 runs on 4 hits and a walk while striking out 6 in 6 innings of work. He's now 7-3 with a 3.49 ERA and 12 starts, striking out 66. And Dogs Academy and Okotoks Dogs alum Tristan Peters continues to be a solid contributor in the Chicago White Sox lineup. He's bumped his average up to 289 to go along with 2 homers, 15 RBI, and 4 stolen bases. In the minors, a handful of updates for you, and he slowed down a little bit from his torrid pace to start the year, but the numbers are still really good for St. Albert native and Dogs grad Eric Hartman. With the high A Rome Emperors, he's hitting .292 with 13 homers, 36 RBI, and 20 stolen bases in 49 games. The same goes for Innisfail native and St. Joe's grad Nathan Llewellyn. He's with the high A Bowling Green Hot Rods, where he's sporting a .276 average to go along with 10 homers, 31 RBI, and 3 stolen bases in 44 games. It's been an up and down spring for Dogs grad and Oyen native Gavin Logan. He's hitting .184 with 7 homers and 18 RBI in 35 games, with all but one of those coming with AA Amarillo Sod Poodles. Regina's Thomas Ireland has remained a consistent force on the mound in AAA with the Round Rock Express. Since being promoted really early on in the season, he's 1-0 with a 2.91 ERA in 10 appearances, striking out 25 and 21 plus. And speaking of AAA, Bigger's Garrett Hawkins has also seen his fair share of action with the El Paso Chihuahuas. He's 1-0 with a 5.48 ERA in 19 appearances, picking up 2 saves and 19 strikeouts. On the college baseball scene, things are winding down slowly as we head towards the College World Series next week in Omaha. It's down to the final 16 and just a handful of familiar faces are left. Former Dog Declan Spooner saw a little bit of action this year with the St. John's Red Storm hitting 205 games. Regina's Dane Burns made 26 relief appearances with Mississippi State this season, striking out 31 and sporting a 3.32 ERA. And former Fort McMurray Giant Jordan Bach is suiting up with the Kansas Jayhawks after hitting 295 with 7 homers and 43 RBI this spring. A special shout out this week to Red Deer native and Prairie Baseball Academy alum Carter Clarout. After his monster season with Bellevue University, the Lethbridge Bulls slugger has been named the NAIA Player of the Year. A tip of the cap as well to former Medicine Hat Mavericks hurler Josh Landry, as he's been tabbed as the NAIA's Pitcher of the Year. On the college commitment front, Vauxhall Academy product Noah McIntosh is heading to Cloud County Community College. Fellow Jet Cale Harsch goes to Miles City Community College. Tyson Dick of Weber Academy will go west to the UBC Thunderbirds, and Maddox Wazakase of Martin Academy is committed to Vancouver Island University of the CCBC. The season is underway in the Western Canadian Baseball League, although it's been a bit more subdued thanks to the rain across the prairies. I won't be giving game-by-game or standings updates each week as they do change every day, but the initial power rankings did come out earlier in the week, with the Okotoks Dogs in top spot, followed by Saskatoon and Regina. For all the latest news and analysis, make sure to check out myself and Clark Monroe on the WCBL Report on YouTube. New episodes drop every week, looking to be Monday afternoons or early Tuesday mornings at the latest. In the Baseball Alberta Elite League, the Parkland Twins remain on top with a 9-0 record heading into this weekend's games. The Weber Wildcats are second at 11-3, while the Calgary Cubs are 8-5. And some good news for friend of the show and Lethbridge native Landon Barassa. After nearly 6 seasons with the Winnipeg Goldeyes, his contract has been transferred to Pericos de Puebla in Mexico. The Goldeyes releasing a statement saying Barassa represented the team with pride and professionalism, all while becoming a giant in the community and one of the most beloved players in franchise history. Let the worldly travels continue for Barassa, who was the top pitcher in the Australian Baseball League over the winter. That'll do it for the news, and when we come back, we'll check in on the road to Okotoks and the Prairie Qualifiers. This is Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast.
Canadian Hall of Famer, just a stud.
He is the Mount Rushmore, and just an image for where Canadian baseball has come.
He truly believes in this opportunity for the upcoming Canadian.
Loves Canada, super prideful. He just represents Canada really well.
And I can guarantee you wish the Morneau Cup was around for when he played.
I think that this tournament is going to show guys what they're capable of doing on a big stage and get them ready for what's next in their pursuit of trying to do what Justin did.
The Road to Okotoks, July 14th to 19th. Get your tickets at theroadtookotoks.ca. Welcome back to the show, and our focus this week is all on the road to Okotoks and last weekend's Prairie Qualifiers. Now, my plan was to head to Lethbridge Sunday to cover the bronze and gold medal games. Now, as we all know, Mother Nature had other plans. The skies opened up, and it rained a lot. So nothing was really solved aside from Vauxhall punching its ticket to July's main event in Okotoks with a 9-5 win over Saskatchewan on Saturday. That meant they would have played in the gold medal game against either AHP or Gulls Prep, guaranteeing themselves a Morneau Cup berth, as it was the top 3 teams from the Prairies getting in. That also meant 3 teams were still remaining for the final 2 spots when the rain started coming down. That left Baseball Canada in a pickle. However, they did have one wildcard spot to play with, which they ended up using, so all 3 teams, Saskatchewan, AHP, and Gulls Prep, will join Vauxhall, the host Dogs, 7 teams from Ontario, and 4 from BC to make up the inaugural 16-team national championship bracket. We have a full breakdown of each team's road to Okotoks up on our 2 sites now. For this episode of the show, we thought we'd look back on the regionals with a player from each of the 4 teams and get to know them a little bit. We'll start with Vauxhall's Hudson Nikkel. The Manitoba native was a force at the plate for the Jets during the tournament, hitting .500 with a double, 4 homers, 9 RBI, and 2 stolen bases in 6 games as the Jets went 5-1. Hudson, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Fresh off the road to Okotoks Prairie Qualifier, how's everyone in Vauxhall feeling after the weekend?
Oh, we're feeling great. Our guys were ready to go that tournament, and we feel good after that big win.
Was there a hometown advantage at all that you guys felt, being able to have some of those creature comforts going up against some of the other best programs in the prairies?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, roll out the dorm doors, and right there is our baseball field that we practice on every day. But I mean, we were fired up and ready to go, so it didn't take too long for us to do some damage.
You and I were talking off air about how you guys were confident going into this thing, but were there any nervous moments at all that you guys had throughout? Because you guys had to take a bit of a longer route than maybe you had hoped to get to the point where you're punching your ticket.
I mean, yeah, there's always some nerves, and we've had like a up and down season already, but we knew like this was our last chance to really prove what we had, and I think all the guys knew that we had to give our best effort, and I think that's what we did.
What's the mindset going into that third game against Saskatchewan on a Saturday? The weather's kind of hit and miss. You don't know what to expect, but even beyond that, you know that this is your opportunity to punch that ticket because you know you'll get final two. You're got to be tired, right? Or is that kind of like in the back of your mind because you're like, hey, we're right there?
I mean, yeah, like it was a long day already, but we were kind of in a rhythm, and we just had to keep it going. We couldn't stop there. We had a tough game the game before, 2-1 loss. The bats weren't hot, but we knew from the day prior that we could turn up if we needed to, and we did. So that's all we needed to do.
Take me to the moment where you guys finalize that win against Sask, and you can kind of breathe that sigh of relief almost. What's that like from your guys' perspective, again, especially in a new tournament where you guys haven't necessarily had to deal with that kind of competition, but also a little bit of adversity as well?
Yeah, we gave a lot of effort that tournament. So by the time my teammate Will there threw that last pitch and he got that ground ball that he picked up and threw it to the first base, we were all so excited and relieved to be finally done.
I can only imagine. On a personal level, how happy were you with your performance?
Oh, I'd say it's a pretty good tournament. You know, it's kind of a roller coaster year for me and the team as well. But I think right then and there, that tournament, that was a pretty good performance for me.
Absolutely. And now, obviously, you set your sights on Okotoks in mid-July. What excites you the most about that opportunity and getting to play in a new tournament like this?
I think it just sets up an example for the years to come for Vauxhall and all that. They can see how we did it in the past and how they can maybe do it in the future too.
How cool is that to be able to, obviously you've played Okotoks before, you've played, St. Joe's, you've played Sylvan Lake, you've played Athics, you've done all these different things before. You've played maybe some of the best of the West as an example, but to play the best across the country, how different or how cool is that going to be from your perspective?
Oh, it's definitely going to be cool. It's not like the Canada Cup where it's like all provincial teams. It's like local, like our team's like, I guess you could say a high school team. And it'll definitely be a new experience for me, and I think it's going to be awesome.
For sure. What would it mean to you to be the first to win the new Morneau Cup?
It would mean a lot, especially like we've given a lot of effort this year already, and just to end off the year good and have that banner up on the wall or whatever trophy, that'd be a great way to end it.
For sure. Let's get in your baseball past here a little bit. You're originally from Manitoba. How'd you get into baseball in the first place?
My dad grew up playing softball in the neighboring town, and he kind of just taught me a lot about it. And I just really loved it and fell in love with it later on and really wanted to get good.
Who's your team?
The Blue Jays.
Blue Jays guy. Do you have a dude as well, or you got a guy from another team maybe? Because I know some Jays fans are like, hey, I like Aaron Judge. Who's your dude?
I think Mike Trout, I'd say, is mine.
That's not a bad one at all. Did you grow up playing other sports as well?
Yeah, I played a lot of sports. I played hockey, volleyball, ran some track, really anything you could really think of.
For sure. So when did it turn for you where you were like, hey, I'm going to focus on baseball, one? And do you remember that moment where it kind of flipped for you where you went, this is a fun game, two, hey, I want to chase this one because this one is my favorite?
Some things weren't really working out the way I wanted to in some of the other sports. And I really had to take a step back and realize which sport I really like the most. And it came down to this one. This has always been the one that I love the most. And I just really wanted to work hard at it from there on out.
Take us to the moment where you realize, hey, if I'm going to chase this thing for real, I'm going to head west and go to Vauxhall.
Yeah, my coach back home, he attended here quite a few years back, and he brought it up to me one day. And I didn't know how I felt about leaving home at first, but the more I thought about it, like the more I wanted to go, because I knew it was going to be a great experience.
Mm-hmm. When did you move out? How long ago was it? And what was that change like for you? Because it can't be easy as a junior high or a high school kid to move a couple of provinces over to try to chase something that not a lot of Canadian kids want to chase. For example, it's usually hockey, but here you are going after the baseball dream.
Yeah, it was just this past late August. I got to go on the 11-hour drive from Manitoba to here, and there was definitely some hard times for sure, but I knew this is what I wanted to do, and I knew it was going to be a good time with all the guys here.
What's that Jets program meant to you in your development, not just as a ball player, but as a human being as well?
Oh yeah, developed a lot already. With the coaches are great here. They love to help us, everything that we need, and I think living on your own really makes you realize who you are as a person outside of baseball as well. And I think being around all these guys, some of these guys are role models for me. They may not know that, but they really do shape you as a person.
Very cool. When you look back on the entire journey as a whole, do you have a favorite memory or moment that really stands out to you where you're like, all right, this is pretty cool?
I think the first day when we arrived, it was a great, beautiful sunny day out. And after all the, tours and everything and getting settled in, right there in my backyard is baseball stadium, and we just went and hit BP, and I thought that was awesome that I could just roll out and get everything I needed to do done.
That is pretty cool. On the flip side of it, baseball, as we all know, is a game of failure. What's that biggest challenge or hurdle that you've had to overcome?
I think performance wise, maybe not performing well early on in the spring here, but that really just tests your persistence in the sport for sure, because shortly after that, I and the team rebounded stronger than ever.
Mm-hmm. A few fun ones before we let you go here, Hudson. First off, what's your walk-up tune?
This year, it's No More Tears by Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, very nice. An ode to the Oz, man. I love it. Secondly, on the bus, are you the jokester? Are you the gamer? Or are you the guy with the earbuds in, just zoning out, listening to tunes?
I'm definitely a quiet one for sure on the bus. Like to look out the window and really just lock in mentally before the game. I talk to some of the guys, but try not to do too much to distract myself from what I'm going to do.
For sure. And finally, what's your typical Tim Hortons order?
I usually get the cilantro lime chicken bowl or wrap.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Very cool. Do you have a coffee or a drink of choice, or is it kind of whatever kind of floats your boat that day?
Not a big coffee guy or anything, but I mean a good maybe a strawberry banana smoothie would be good.
Very good. I love that. I'm not a coffee guy either, so long distance high five. A couple more for you before we let you go, Hudson. First off, for those young kids who are just starting out on their journeys, maybe they're back home in Manitoba or they've been watching in Vauxhall and they're like, hey, I want to get to where he's at now. Over the course of your journey, are there some words of wisdom or advice that you've learned that you'd love to pass along to them?
Yeah, I think just play with confidence, know you're good, and I think just get stronger and better.
Mm-hmm. Great stuff. And finally, what does the game of baseball mean to you?
Means a lot. It's really influenced where I've gone and things I've seen, and especially the people I've met. Those people would have never met if I didn't join the sport of baseball.
Well, it's been a fantastic journey to watch from a distance, and looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds in the future. Hudson, again, congrats on all the success you've had at this point, continued success this summer and beyond. And again, thanks so much for joining us here on the show.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Next up is AHP, who went 4-0 on the tourney, earning a bye to the semis that they didn't actually get to play in thanks to the rain. A key contributor was Cale Harsch, who hit .400 with a triple, homer, 4 RBI, and a stolen base. The St. Albert native is excited for the opportunity to rep his program on the national stage. Cale, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
fresh off the road to Okotoks Prairie Qualifier. How was everyone feeling after that last weekend?
Well, we were a little nervous, just wondering what was going to happen if we just get let in, or what was going to happen, maybe a coin toss or whatever. But as of today, we found out that we qualified, so the whole crew is very happy and excited for this upcoming July.
When you look back on the regionals particularly, what was working for you guys? What was allowing you guys to roll through, especially the round robin like you guys did?
Well, our main thing that we were going by is just handling hard the best and just trying to out-baseball everyone, just working hard, always busting no matter what, and just trying your best and just sticking to that no matter what happens or what's the scenario.
I'm always curious about a tournament like that. Are you guys going in with sort of an underdog mentality? Or are you guys going in with sort of a we are the kings and we are going to win this thing? Like, talk us through how you approach something that is so kind of brand new to a certain extent, right? Like you've faced some of these teams, but not necessarily in this particular setting.
I think we kind of knew that there'd be a little some eyes and heads turning towards us. I feel that we all thought we were kind of the team to beat, so we're pretty excited to just go after everyone and just try to knock them down best we can.
Talk about your personal performance. How happy are you with how things went?
Oh, I'm pretty happy. I mean, I played pretty well. The team came together really well, and yeah, personally, I mean, it's been a struggle for me previous years, and I've just been trying to work my hardest to become the player that I am currently, and I have AHP to thank for that, and Taylor Burns, Connor, Ethan. They're just been so much help for me. I've just been working my butt off and trying to become the best player I can be, and still lots to go, but I'm very, very pleased with this weekend.
We'll definitely talk about your journey through AHP in a second, but let's focus a little bit here on what's to come in July. What excites you most about the opportunity to go to Okotoks and compete for the Morneau Cup?
I think just the opportunity to be that number one team. And it's really cool what's going on in Canada with Canadian baseball and giving all these academies to have the chance to be the number one team.
Mm-hmm. How special is that side of things, being able to not just, like, usually you rep your province, right? Like, this is something special where you're hanging out with a bunch of guys that you've gotten to do it with for a while now.
I mean, I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to be with, and in this opportunity to have going to the road to Okotoks. I mean, it's honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I just can't wait.
Well, speaking of, what would it mean to you to win the very first Morneau Cup?
Oh, that would mean so much. I mean, headed off to college next year and to do it with this group, the very first year of it, just being crowned the best team in Canada, that would be unreal.
For sure. Let's get in your baseball past here a little bit, Cale. Originally from the St. Albert area, how did you get into baseball in the first place?
That would be my dad. He played college baseball out in California. So I just grew up around baseball, and he really pushed me and he taught me everything I know. I started out with the AA White Sox in South Edmonton and didn't end up playing my first year of AAA till second year 15U after being cut by some other AAA teams. So, I mean, it's been a bit of a grind. I mean, getting cut from quite a few teams. And I mean, now just becoming the player that I am today, I have AHP to thank for that and the opportunity that they've given me. So I'm very grateful for that.
Mm-hmm. Growing up, who was your team? Who was your dude?
Well, growing up, my guy, Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Obviously. And I love Donaldson. I mean, he was a bit of a hothead, but he played hard.
For sure. When you were growing up, were there other sports that you were playing, or was it all baseball all the time?
Oh, yeah. I played tons of sports. I played hockey. I surfed, snowboarded. I did martial arts. I kind of did a bit of everything.
How do you do surfing while living in the Edmonton area? I'm curious about this now.
We got a cabin out in BC, so we just go wake surfing behind our boat.
Fair enough. That's a pretty good activity. When did it turn for you? When did you go, hey, baseball is a fun game too? Hey, baseball is the one I want to chase?
Well, hockey, I mean, I was always the undersized guy, so it was just a little tough for me, but I liked it a lot. I'd say around the age of 14 is when I chose that baseball is what I want to do. I mean, I liked having the feeling of just being the smaller guy and then just showing everyone what's up. And yeah, I'd say around then. And then it also helped the fact that my dad played baseball throughout his life, so it kind of made me want to follow in his footsteps.
For sure. When you look back on the young journey to this career, do you have a favorite memory or moment that really stands out to you where you had to take that step back and go, all right, this is pretty awesome?
Honestly, I can't really think of one. I mean, I've never really been in huge opportunities until this year. So honestly, no, I can't really pinpoint anything for you.
The best one is yet to come, right? That's always the mindset. It's like Aerosmith used to write, we're only as good as our next singles. So I like that mentality. You are an AHP guy. I'm curious, what did that program mean to you? Not just as a ball player, but as a human being as well?
Oh, I mean, for me, they teach you how to do everything right. Like whether that's life, baseball, school, they take grades really serious, and they just matter how you are as a person. They always think family comes first, and I just think it's a great area to be around.
Mm-hmm. On the flip side, baseball is a game of failure. What's that one big challenge or hurdle that you've had to overcome where you're super proud that you're able to get over that hump?
This past year was a big struggle for me. I hit like 260, but it was a little rough for me. But mainly, I would say I played on the St. Albert Cardinals my first year, 18U. I had 23 plate appearances, so it was a little rough not being able to play much. So then I was kind of just thinking to myself, man, is this really the thing for me? But AHP really helped me just know that I can do it. And then from then on, just kept working as hard as I can and becoming the player that I am now.
And not just now, but obviously into the future too. You've committed to Garden City Community College. What are you looking forward to most as you think about heading down south?
Well, I'm just very grateful for the opportunity that Garden City's given me to come play for their team. It seems that they're on the come up. They got a new coach, Josh Aller, so he seems like a great guy, and I'm very excited to go play for him.
Fantastic stuff. A few fun ones before we let you go here, Cale. First off, what's your walk-up tune?
Honestly, I don't really have one. I'm kind of mixing between some Michael Jackson songs at the moment. Just trying to be in a good mood when I go up to the plate. Stay nice and relaxed.
Sounds like you like to have a smile on your face when you're up at the plate, eh?
Absolutely.
That's the way to do it. On the bus, are you the jokester? Are you the gamer? Are you the guy who's got the earbuds in? Walk me through what you're likely to be found doing on the bus.
Well, if we're just on the bus, I like joking around. But right when we start heading to our game, then I put my headphones on, listen to some Christian music, and just start journaling. I like to journal a lot, so I feel that helps me just know what I'm going to do for that day.
Fantastic. And finally, do you have any or do you have any superstitions, whether it be before a plate appearance, before a game, after a game? What are the things that you have to do?
Well, I always make sure that I pray on field no matter what. And then, stepping in the box, I always got the same routine, swiping the dirt, kicking myself twice, and then we're good to go.
Awesome stuff. A couple more for you before I let you go. First off, for those young kids who are just starting out on their journeys and they want to get to where you're at now, maybe they're at AHP or maybe they're back in St. Albert, whatever the case may be, they're looking to you. What a piece of advice or words of wisdom have you learned along the way that you'd love to pass along to them?
I would say just trust the process. Nothing's going to happen instantly. It's going to take time. Like for me, nothing started happening really for me until this past fall, and stuff takes time. Everything will fall in place. So that's what I'd say. Just trust the process, keep working hard, and stuff will start to happen.
You've certainly embodied that for sure. Final question for you. What does a game of baseball mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. Like, it's so fun. I couldn't ask for a funner sport, to be honest. I absolutely love it. I mean, being able to go fail and just get back on the field every day, I absolutely love it, and winning with the boys, it's the best feeling.
Well, we've had a great time getting a chance to learn a little bit about your journey here, Cale. Congratulations on all the success you've had to this point. Continued success this summer and beyond. And again, thanks so much for joining us here on the show.
Thank you very much.
We're going to take one more quick break here on the show, and when we come back, we'll hear from Baseball Sask's Rhett Anderson and Gulls Prep's Owen Coumont. This is Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. Jump.ca, your SaskTel authorized dealer, knows what it takes to step up to the plate, which is why we bring you the complete lineup of SaskTel wireless, internet, TV, and home security. Whether you're at the ballpark or back home, Jump.ca keeps you connected. Bring it all together at the Jump.ca event experience in Saskatoon June 6th when the Berries host the Regina Red Sox. Jump.ca, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Welcome back to the show as we take a look back on the road to Okotoks regional qualifiers in Lethbridge and Vauxhall. We'll keep things rolling by heading east to Team Saskatchewan and Saskatoon's Rhett Anderson. The Berries Academy product hit .467 with a double and 4 RBI in 4 games as Sask went 4-0 in the round robin before their semifinal loss to Vauxhall. Anderson is hoping to get some revenge in July while repping the green, gold, and white. Rhett, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much, Joe. It's an honor.
Fresh off the road to Okotoks Prairie Qualifier, how is everyone feeling after the weekend, albeit a little bit rain-soaked?
Well, the boys are kind of like distraught a little bit on that rain out there, and especially that Vauxhall loss was kind of a tough one, but we battled through it, and we got a good bunch of guys that are ready to do whatever it takes to get to that qualifier.
Mm-hmm. Sask is an interesting team in that it's not the typical academy, I'll call it, with guys who've been playing together all year round kind of thing. Most of you are at least familiar with one another. How did you guys gel so fast that you were able to go 4-0 in the round robin?
We all went to like Florida together, and we all know who each other are. Like lots of us do academies together, and like just Saskatchewan's just so small, so you know one another, and most importantly is like everybody is like just such a good attitude, and they're all unbelievable guys to be around. Like we never single anyone out. Like it's always a team. Like we're always doing stuff as a team, and that's just a huge thing. Just, we're always, yeah.
Did you guys go in with a bit of an underdog mentality at all, or do you always go in thinking, hey, we've got a good shot at getting into the medal round regardless of what anybody else thinks?
Yeah, we're like always going to that underdog. Like we got nothing to lose. Like we're just gonna do like one pitch at a time. Well, really, like. And one thing we got that nobody else does is we're playing for our province, so that's a huge upside. We got the province across our chest, and yeah, I don't know. It's just huge to come in as a small town Sask and only team out of our province to go, and yeah, that's a huge upside too.
What's that mean to you? It sounds like it's got quite a special place in your heart, getting you put on that green and gold of Sask and getting a chance to do it not just here, but you've done it a few times over the course of your young journey to this point.
Yeah, it truly means everything. You know, not very many people get to do that, and it just hits different. It's just like you're representing like not only yourself, but like the whole province, and especially such a small province, and like we're so spread out. Like I don't know, like it just got that sweet vibe, like that easy. I don't know, like it's really awesome. Like I don't know, sweet.
On a personal level, looking back on those qualifiers, your numbers are pretty darn good. How happy were you with your own personal performance?
Yeah, you know, like when you get to those tournaments, it doesn't really matter what your personal performance was. You just do whatever you can to get the team wins. So like there's a guy in scoring position. You got to get that ball in the air with less than 2 outs. Like you just got to do it. Like I don't know, your personal performance. I feel like that is a huge thing based on a team. Like hitting's contagious. It's the main thing, especially like this weekend. It felt contagious through the lineup. Like we didn't have a bottom of the order. We didn't have a top of the order. It was just solid all the way through.
It's very cool. Obviously, a lot of eyes now on Okotoks in mid-July. What excites you the most about the possibility of that opportunity?
Just getting another weekend with these guys, with the team, and getting to represent my province for one more time. Probably the last time to ever do that. That's the main thing. Is just getting to play one last time with these guys.
Mm-hmm. What would it mean to you to be the first to win the inaugural Morneau Cup?
Oh, it'd mean everything. Like, just, we had that tough semifinal loss against Quebec in August there, and then this is just another chance to redeem ourselves from that one.
For sure. Let's get into your baseball past here a little bit. Rhett, originally from the farm south of Saskatoon, how'd you get into baseball in the first place?
There's T-ball and Hanley, and during that time, it's tough to get dad away from the fields and stuff. So Mom was actually our T-ball coach in Hanley.
Oh, cool.
And then after that, through I played hockey in Dundurn, and through that, some of our coach was big into baseball as well. So he got us into playing baseball out of the Cardinals zone in Saskatoon, and that's just kind of how it went.
Very cool. You said hockey. Were there other sports that you played when you were growing up?
Yeah, I feel like everyone from here played hockey at one point in their life, and that was the main thing. Is it was good to have those two differences. Obviously, of course, when you get older and you got to drop one of them, but yeah, it was good to have something just to get your mind off of another sport.
For sure. When did it turn for you where you kind of went, okay, baseball's a cool sport, to, hey, baseball's a sport I should probably try chasing here because I'm pretty good at it?
So kind of when that, that peewee age, I hit a tough growth spurt, and I was like, that growth pains really were quite sore on me, and I got a little bit slower, and I was like, you know what, hockey's just not it for me anymore. I'm not. And then I just used that stuff into baseball, and I really love them both. Like, I have no favorite over one another, but I was just, I'm much better at baseball. And as soon as we moved soon as I was out of the city zone after that U13 year, and I had to go to Martinsville for our club team, it was just too hard to pursue that hockey in Martinsville too. Like, it was just couldn't be doable being in Martinsville 365 days of the year. So I had to pick one, and I was much better at baseball, so it was an easy pick.
Mm-hmm. You went to Barry's Academy eventually. What did that program mean to you in your development, not just as a ball player, but as a human being as well?
Yeah, like Joe, Chance, Logan, and Dakota and Holtz, they're amazing guys there. Like, it was a huge move in my developmental career side of things, just as a person and as a baseball. Like, they taught me what it really means, just what is truly important, and especially the guys there too. Like, it didn't feel like, it felt like a family there, and yeah, I don't know, like, it was awesome. It was a great move, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. When you look back on the young journey to this point, do you have a favorite memory or moment that stands out to you as being that one that you had to take that step back and go, all right, this is pretty cool?
Probably when I was playing when I was little, and Dad would always be in the field, and he'd always hard to make it, but as soon as you see him in the stands, it was just awesome. He couldn't make it there a lot of times when we were younger, but just seeing him in the stands was just gave me so much joy as a young guy.
That is awesome. On the flip side, we all know baseball is a game of failure. What's the biggest challenge or hurdle that you've had to overcome?
Oh, probably. Oh, that's a tough one. Probably like being the only person in my area who does play that baseball. So it's tough to have those connections with people around the community, because lots of them don't understand what it's like. But it also works to my advantage too, because like I have like these guys here, like they're all my safe space too. Like I can tell them about everything, and they always, no matter what, the guys in my community are always on my side. So it works both too, and like it's tough to like, I don't know, like there's no gym in Hanley, so like every time I'm at the school, like I only can work out that certain time, like to fit in my lift, and like I don't know, BP, there's no cages in Hanley, there's nothing here, so like it's tough to get that extra work in. You always have to drive up to the city, but yeah, it always works out too. I always find a way.
Always find a way. Speaking of finding your way, you're going to find your way to Southeast Community College in the not-too-distant future here. How excited are you for that opportunity to continue the baseball journey in a collegiate setting?
Oh, it's awesome. Just being moving up to that next level. My coach always says it's like baseball, your whole career is like a window, and that window is always closing, and you got to do whatever you possibly can to bump that window open. That's just moving on to the next level. You're just doing whatever you can to play the game for as long as you can.
That is awesome. A few fun ones before we let you go. First off, what's your walk-up tune?
Also, our Marlins team, we all pick Spanish walk-up songs as seniors. So I got the same walk-up song as Freddie Freeman does. I can't even tell you the name of it because it's in Spanish, but yeah, it's a good tune. But yeah,
that's awesome. On the bus, are you the jokester, the gamer, or the guy with the earbuds in listening to tunes?
I'm definitely not the guy with the earbuds in. I like walking up and down the aisle quite a bit. Oh, sorry, that's the bell. I like walking up and down the aisles a bit, bugging everyone, getting the guys going. But I love playing the Kaiser the whole way, or poker. I'm definitely a big cards guy.
That's awesome. And what's your snack of choice when you walk into a convenience store and you got to go get it?
I like my. Sorry, there's an announcement going on.
All good. I can edit that, so that works out.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, do that. And so my snack of choice, I do like the vitamin waters, but I like something that gives me that sodium and a little sugar. Like you can't just pound water; it just makes you not feel good. So I like something real salty, like cheesies, but obviously not right before the game. So I don't know. My mom does quite a good job of making sure I go with that lunch kit full of stuff. Not a big stopper at gas stations and fill it up there, but I more or less pack my stuff on the way.
Shout out, Mom, just absolutely knocking it out of the park. Fantastic.
Yeah, she does.
Two more for you. They're the ones we ask pretty much everybody here on the show. First off, for those young kids who are just starting out on their baseball journeys and they want to get to where you're at now, what's that one piece of advice or those words of wisdom that you've learned along the way that you'd love to pass along to them?
With hard work, everything will take care of itself. You don't got to jump the gun or anything. I didn't do any of those main academies till my grade, a little bit my grade 9, but my grade 10 year mostly. So make sure you have all those sports and have all those activities. You don't have to choose one sport at the young age. That's my main thing, is just have that balance of everything.
Great stuff. And finally, what does the game of baseball mean to you, Rhett?
It means everything. It's the game of baseball is it's of course it's not life, but it's a part of my life. It's a huge part of my life, and it's something that gives my life meaning. That's what it feels like to me. It gives me a worth, and it gives me something to achieve. It's a huge goal, and it's a never-ending goal that gives me something to achieve. And yeah, you know what? It's easy. It keeps me afloat. Gives me that everything.
That is fantastic stuff. Well, Rhett, again, congratulations on all the success you've had in your young baseball journey. Continued success this summer and beyond. And again, thanks so much for joining us here on the show.
Hey, thank you, Joe.
And we'll wrap things up with Gulls prep standout Owen Coumont. The Red Deer native hit .467 with 2 doubles and 3 RBI in 5 games as the Gulls went 3-1 in the round robin before beating Athics in the quarters to earn a spot in the semis against AHP, which again got rained out. He's pretty proud of helping build something new in Central Alberta and hopes to represent well in July. Owen, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Fresh off the road to Okotoks Prairie Qualifier, how are the Gulls feeling after the weekend?
We're feeling pretty good right now. We kind of came together as a team this weekend. I think we were battling all year, just trying to get into it a bit, and we knew that we needed to step up this weekend, and I think we did. I think we kind of set the standard now for where we need to be at for the rest of the season, yeah.
Talk a little bit about the roller coaster ride a little bit, because you guys are riding high, you get a couple of big wins, and then the game against Dogs White, the wheels kind of fall off. How do you regroup yourselves to perform against arguably 2 of some of the better teams in that tournament in Vauxhall and Athics?
Yeah, after those first 2 games, I mean, we played our best those 2 games, and I think we felt like we could just kind of carry that into a game where we thought we weren't playing an as strong team. And, we took that loss, and I think we kind of understood that, now we need to definitely play our best against one of the other better teams in Alberta. So, I think it was almost more impressive for us as a team to bounce back from that loss than to even, say we lose to Vauxhall and beat Dogs White. I think it's more impressive for us to bounce back from that loss and then eventually beat Vauxhall. Mm-hmm. But I think that's another piece that we're missing, is that kind of like that, our mental game, like our bounce back game. And I think we also kind of found that we got that in us too this weekend. So, yeah.
How proud are you of being able to do that against a Vauxhall team that has punched its ticket, 1, but 2, they're a pretty resilient bunch. Like you knew you were going in against one of the better teams, and you came out with a W after a bit of a stomping at the hands of Dogs White there. Yeah,
it seems like my whole career playing Vauxhall, it's always close games, and they seem to always just find a way in the late innings. And we just had some guys step up this weekend. I'm behind the plate catching, and Lucian Barker had one of his best innings of his life. And that's kind of what you need to win those kind of games. It's just a couple guys to step up. I mean, it's not even our best guys doing it, right? It's like Paxton Overwaters, like our guys that kind of it's just a big hit somewhere or a couple good pitches. And we got that in that game, and it felt amazing to finally snag one from Vauxhall in those late innings.
Mm-hmm. How cool was, obviously you didn't get a chance to figure out who was going to be officially punching the ticket as of the weekend, but how cool was it to be able to be a part of something where it is your program? You've been a part of Baseball Alberta events as an example, but this is something where you've been ride or die with these guys for a while now.
Yeah, it feels amazing. I've been with St. Joe since I was in grade 6. So, when the Gulls prep thing started, I knew that was kind of my route, because I've been with the academy for so long. And since day one, we've just been trying to put, Gulls prep on the map a bit, trying to build our resume. And, when the Road to Okotoks came around, we knew that's kind of something that was our goal, to aim at. And, it feels awesome that we can, we're getting Gulls prep, into that conversation of being one of the better teams in Alberta. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels good.
Not just Alberta, but Canada as well. On a personal note, how happy were you with your own performance?
I felt like a pretty solid weekend. I did what I wanted. I think this year has been more of a struggle for me than the past. Just with I felt good at the plate. I've dealt with some unluckiness, I think, but I've worked on my mental game hitting my whole life. It's been something that I really take pride in, is kind of letting things go and just getting back to my approach. And I think this weekend it kind of it all came together for me, and some hits fell, and it paid off a bit. So yeah, I was quite happy with my weekend.
Very cool. Obviously, a lot of eyes are now on July and Okotoks. When you think about that and the opportunity, what excites you most about being able to rep Gulls Prep at a national championship like that?
Well, what excites me the most is just kind of building our academy. I know, I feel like it's something that we've almost missed a bit, being so new, is kind of that whatever some other academies get more players or more recruitments. I think that's something you gain for that, and just seeing all of our guys maybe getting recruited more, or all the scouts there and stuff, but also just the chance we have to put ourselves in a spot where we could be the best team in Canada. And I think it's awesome that we'll be able to put Gulls Prep more on the map now with the tournament. Mm-hmm.
How cool would it be, or what would it mean to you maybe to be the first to win the inaugural Morneau Cup?
Oh my, yeah, that would be insane. I mean, it's definitely a goal now that we think we have put ourselves in a position to have a chance at it. And I think if we can do that, we'll definitely put Gulls Prep on the map.
100%. Let's get into your baseball past here a little bit, Owen. Give us the background story. How'd you get into baseball being a Central Alberta boy?
Yeah, pretty normal way of getting in. I grew up in Red Deer. Whenever played T-ball growing up, loved it. And then what kind of really got me going is, St. Joe's Academy. I went to the middle school that was part of the baseball academy with Jason Chatwood. And so I've been going to the academy since grade 6 all the way up now until grade 12. I think I'm one of the very few guys who's went all the way from Red Deer through the academy. So, I played Red Deer minor ball with the academy every year. And then in grade 10 was my first provincial win with the Carstar Braves, where we went on to win nationals. And then from there, I've been with Gulls Prep trying to build the academy more. And here we are today.
Was it all baseball all the time in your house, or did you play other sports?
I did play hockey growing up. I was a pretty decent hockey player. And then, baseball, the academy really brought me towards baseball more. And that's where I kind of separated that, I knew baseball is what I wanted to do.
What's that program meant to you? Not just St. Joe's obviously has done a lot, but even Gulls Prep. It sounds like it's something that's really near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, no, it's just, it's motivated me almost more to be more of a team guy. It feels like we're all together, and like we're trying to win to build something more than just a 1-year win. We want to make Gulls Prep one of those teams that you're kind of like, oh shoot, we got to play. We got to play them. That's kind of what we're trying to build. And it, especially for me growing up in Red Deer, and I've been with the academy so long, it's cool to have something with the academy where we get to compete, right? So just trying to make the academy the best it can be.
For sure. When you look back on the young career to this point, do you have a favorite memory or moment that stands out to you where you almost had to take that step back and go, this is pretty cool?
Yeah. So my grade 10 year was actually with the Braves and Red Deer minor baseball. We won provincials, went to nationals, which were in Newfoundland, which was awesome. And we got the Mercy in the final against BC. And after we got that final out, I was behind home plate and just kind of looking at the scoreboard. It was pretty crazy to have won a national championship. That would be my one big moment for sure.
Absolutely. What's that meant to you to be able to rep not just Red Deer and not just rep Central Alberta, but you've repped Alberta as well? I mean, getting to put on the blue and gold's got to mean something special too.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's another thing, right, where you're competing to be the best province, and you make connections with a ton of guys from different teams. I play against them every weekend, and you make those connections where it's part of the game, which is it's awesome. You make those connections. You're friends with those guys now, and then we get to play together year after year in tournaments, competing the summer games.
It's been awesome playing for Team Alberta, and it's been great.
Fantastic. On the flip side, we all know baseball is a game of failure. What's the biggest challenge or hurdle you've had to overcome?
Yeah, I've had definitely the mental game for me. I think as a player now, I've grown a lot with the mental side. Struggling with some yip stuff. I've been through that quite a bit. It's almost made me a better person, and I'm glad I went through it. But it's definitely been a big struggle. I'm still working on it today. But I'm really glad I've went through it. So now I can build off of it. And it's something that will make me a better ball player. Yeah,
for sure. A few fun ones before we let you go, Owen. First off, what's your walk-up tune?
My walk-up tune is No Diggity. Actually.
Oh, wow. Bringing out the old school stuff. All right. I appreciate that. When you're at the ballpark as a fan, what's your go-to food?
My go-to food, definitely popcorn. Big popcorn guy. Yeah.
Oh, that's a super underrated choice. A lot of guys go hot dogs, maybe the odd za, but man, popcorn, super underrated. What's the soda that you got to have along with it?
I always go Diet Coke.
Always.
Yeah,
if it's Diet Pepsi, are you like no bueno?
I'll definitely take a Diet Pepsi. It doesn't really matter to me, but it needs to be diet. Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. And finally, when you're on the bus, what's your go-to activity? Are you a cards guy? Are you an online games guy? What's your go-to?
I actually fish a lot. I'm really into fishing. Yeah. Me and my billet brother Dan go quite a bit. So
I'll have to bug Dane about that in the not too distant future too. Fantastic. Two more for you before we let you go. First off, for those young kids just starting out on their baseball journey and they want to get to where you're at now, what's that one piece of advice or words of wisdom you've learned along the way that you'd love to impart upon them?
First of all, I would just say enjoy the game and, just trying to have fun every day. That's what it's really about. And then if you really want it, it's putting in the work every day, just how everyone says. Every day trying to get better.
Fantastic. And finally, what does the game of baseball mean to you?
It's meant a lot to me. It's my everyday. It's fun and something I'll get to cherish and enjoy the rest of my life. Yeah.
Hopefully you get to do it for a lot longer still to come. Owen, again, congratulations on all the success you've had at this point. Continued success this summer and beyond. And again, thanks so much for joining us here on the show.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
Thanks again to Hudson Nikkel, Cale Harsch, Rhett Anderson, and Owen Coumont for joining us this week. And thanks to all of you for downloading and listening. If you like this or any other episode, make sure to leave us a rating and review on your app. And don't forget to subscribe, as we'll have at least one new episode coming at you each week during the summer as we keep you updated on all things WCBL, the road to Okotoks, and much, much more. As always, a tip of the cap to our Platinum supporters, the Okotoks Dogs, Under the Lights Sports and Entertainment, and the Western Canadian Baseball League for their generosity in helping us tell the game stories in our province. For more on our tremendous teammates, head to albertadugoutstories.com/supporters. Until next time, thank you for all of your support online, on social, and on air of Alberta Dugout Stories.